water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. And I think we're really going to enjoy this type of game, a battle of super athletes, Will. Shaq, this question for you. Can either team slow the other ones down, or are we just looking at a high-flying free-for-all?
I don't really care about that, Ernie, right now. Get your popcorn ready. You want highlights, just the game you want to see.
You don't care.
Just,
obviously,
Ernie,
you do care.
I want some popcorn. I want some butter. I want some salt. I just want to watch this game, Ernie.
All the things
you
that
like
are great
that
for your
fake butter they
cholesterol.
put on sometimes at the movie theater?
Yes, I sure do.
You like that fake popcorn?
I have a technique. I just roll it and bink, 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 three. Boom, boom, boom.
Bink, 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 bink. Doesn't really translate. I don't know what you're talking about. How about the game, Kenny?
Well, I mean, this is a basketball fan heaven game. A game that you just sit back and say, let everyone go do what they want to do. Do not worry about anything, because this is ultimately a great game.
And have plenty of popcorn for this heavenly matchup. Kevin Harlan, the angelic one, has the call.
No butter.
You mean heaven, Harlan.
The Cavaliers coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. And a one-game homestand for Atlanta as the Hawks will try to recharge their batteries on their home court. Well, they're certainly excited about this one, and they'll be laying it all on the line as the intensity is palpable. Two top-caliber teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle.
I guarantee you what, guys, the adrenaline is already flowing on both sides. A rivalry matchup like this means a little more to the players than just any other game.
And not just the players, Greg. How about the fans, too? I mean, they get into this thing as well. We've got an electric atmosphere in here, just like it always is when these two teams square off. It should be a good one, and I'm glad to be right in the middle of it.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Cleveland, with the guard set, LeBron and Thompson are up front, and it's Smith in at the 3 slot. Clock at 6, and stolen by Horford. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. The kick out to T. And it's Korver in the corner. The Hawks working the ball around. 5 on the clock. And Teague, here we go. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Outside Korver. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Picked by Horford. Millsap a screen on Smith. Korver kicks to Horford. And he gets it to go. Horford's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And it's Smith missing.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Horford, no luck.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on him and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot off.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Millsap misses.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
There's the dish to LeBron. Here's Smith. And it's Smith again missing. The Hawks trailing. Outside Teague. And he banks in the layup. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Smith the pass to Irving from deep. And it's Smith again missing. And here's Atlanta coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
No, it's certainly not going to be your night shooting that 40. And so often when that happens to a team, it's hard to get out of that funk once you get into it.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Millsap misses.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Nice shot by Smith.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Hawks trail by 3. Doubled by Smith. Here's Miles, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now, here is Irving. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. On the wing, Irving. To the middle. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Korver. He feeds it to Teague. To the inside. Stolen by Thompson. LeBron kicks to Smith. Lets it go from deep. Al Horford with the rebound.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws for the game on this trip to the line.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And that one's good, Irving.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
And he gets the bucket. That's 10 points for Smith. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Cleveland.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Shot's good.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Teague kicks to Millsap. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his third assist on the night. Cleveland leading by 7. James up top, Millsap covering, and it's slammed in by Smith.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And the Hawks with possession here, following the score by Cleveland. Again, Millsap missing. Outside Irving. Smith wide open. He fires. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Earlier, I was able to catch up with Mike Budenholzer. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding, he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thanks again, Doris. Korver, good.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
our 2K leaderboard up on the screen now, giving you a look at the small forward position and the players with the most rebounds per game this year. Freak number 1.
There are plenty of above-average rebounders at his position, but he is way above average.
Well, it's about his instincts, excellent instincts, and he uses his speed really well to beat bigger guys to the right spots, establish good position, and then haul in those boards.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Kufis checked in for Horford. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Paul Millsap. Wilson Chandler's checked in for C.J. Miles. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for T. The Cavaliers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
So far in the game for the great one, he already has 16 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
Now here's Chandler. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn. Korver gets a wide-open look. Good on the triple. Korver's got 5 now.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D. His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
The Hawks trail by 9. Chandler outside. Feeds it to Korver. It's taken away by Smith. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it. The fast break.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of limerick?
After Kyle Korver missing on that last three-pointer. Schroeder with the ball. And Jennings picks him up defensively. Here's Kufis. At the rack off the slick feet.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Olynyk can't hit.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Chandler against Smith.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
To the left wing. No one near Jennings as he lets it fly. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Schroeder passes to Korver. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Atlanta.
Thabo Sefolosha.
Schroeder kicks to Kufis. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Now, here is Smith. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Ariza with the buckets.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they're a step slow today.
Schroeder with the ball. And Jennings picks him up defensively. Smith for 3. Rebound Atlanta. Schroeder with the ball. 11 points for him in that last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw
on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Smith for 3. Here's Teletovic, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 11. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Doubled by Smith. Schroeder passes to Kufis. The feed to Sefolosha. Schroeder kicks to Kufas. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Just 4 to shoot. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going for your very own Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
You can see where the Hawks rank in the league stats over the last 10 games. First in opponent field goal percentage. Second in blocks. And they also show up in the top level marksmanship at the stripe.
And go back to their top-notch defense. They just smother you and impose their will on you. A lot of nights it seems like teams don't even know what hit them.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. Smith outside. No good on the triple.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Now here's Schroeder. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
It's stolen by Schroeder. They're running. Here's Chandler. And the rejection by Smith. Smith on the wing. Lets it go with the 3. That's good. Smith's got 27.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
They set the pick. From past the arc, another 3 for Cleveland.
Back-to-back threes for them. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3, or you'll give up points. In a hurry.
Schroeder kicks to Chandler. Pass to Cephalosha. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Rozier off the pick from Smith. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Hawks. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
Check it out.
And a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
Our attitude approaching the game has been, we can beat any team.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce in some cases or even overproduce?
You do, but really it is about attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the 2 elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having your mojo working. Right. So same thing, and you can ride that for quite a ways.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Teague, and it's Miles in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Hawks 5. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Celtics really lit it up from the floor. He dropped in a staggering amount of points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you got a thoroughbred like him, I think you got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
That's good. Teague's got his second bucket.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim. Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
Horford kicks to Millsap. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Millsap playing well. He's got 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. Smith for three, and that one's good. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Over to the left wing. And the call will be against Al Horford. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Jennings dishes to Smith. Beyond the arc. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got his 3rd assist on the night. The Hawks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And here's Miles outside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
It looks like he took that last 3 a little personal.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Greg. You saw it in his eyes. I mean, heck, that was a payback shot right there. I don't think there's any doubt.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And, guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And Cleveland making a change here. Jelenovic has checked in. The Hawks trail by 16. Dishes to Miles. Pass to Horford. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
Irving passes to Smith. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out. Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has...
Miles with the jam.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Cleveland leading by 18. Kicks it to Smith. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of you.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
Now here's Schroeder, guarded closely. Great D that time from Jennings.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Outside Teague. There's the screen. Millsap a screen. Shot clock at 5. Horford kicks to Miles. No good with the triple. And for the Cavaliers, their shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. They get it back. to Ledovich. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Cavaliers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First free throw is good for the Hawks. Olynyk is checked in for Horford. And it's Korver in for Dennis Schroeder. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The kick out to T. They can't stop the run with that one.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
That's a 2 from Smith. James dishes to Smith. Smith drawn the double team. Back to LeBron. The pass to Irving. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 5 assists in the game.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And it's Korver in the corner. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. Korver's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Jennings passes to LeBron. Cleveland moving it around. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Kufis checked in for the Hawks. Chandler comes in for C.J. Miles. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Cleveland. Teague with the ball, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Outside Korver. Olynyk up top. He dishes it to Kufis. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
Smith's shot is good.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points.
A different look now for Cleveland. Fry comes in for James. And it's Rozier in for Smith.
The game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Cleveland ahead, running away with it. 2K Sports, back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta.
And now, your
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the threes, they just drop for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
The Hawks shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. So on the floor for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Thompson are up front, and it's Smith in at the 3 spot. Teague against Irving. 5 on the clock. To the wing on the left. And here's Miles outside. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Miles has got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Hawks. Screen by Smith. From deep. No good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Here is Miles. Outside Teague. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
That's good. LeBron James. James has got his first 2 points.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Here's Horford. Can't get it to go. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And it's Smith penetrating. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Horford.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Cavaliers have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Al Horford. Smith hits them both. 90 seconds now into the second half. Now here's Korver. He's got 9. Atlanta again missing.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Smith for 3. And the shot is good.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Here's Miles. No good, unable to end this run.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
But they'll get another chance. Passes it to Smith from outside the arc. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too. So nothing subtle about that one.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Miles. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
You know, one of the basic fundamentals in basketball is the ability to box out. He's got that down pat.
For 3, Smith. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 6 assists now in the game.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
There's the dish to Miles. Here's Teague. Atlanta again missing.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
It's tipped. Oh, and here comes Smith with the stuff.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
The Cavaliers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. It's deflected, but he recovers it. Goes back up, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
In the corner, Miles with it to end the run. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Screen by Smith. Irving kicks to Smith. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Atlanta's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Feeds to Korver beyond the arc. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 7th assist here tonight.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
And it's Korver off the drive. Here's Smith. And he goes right over Olynyk and slams it down.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. And it's Miles missing.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Kyle Korver. There's the feed to Miles. Wide open, and the shot is good. Miles has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Smith for 3, and he gets it to go.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Top of the key, Teague. It's deflected. It's stolen by Smith. Ahead. Irving kicks to Thompson. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Thompson's got 8 points. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Cavaliers?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Nice shot by Smith.
He is on fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Teague left side. Clock at 4. Here's Schroeder. Offensive rebound. Looking to end the run. And the rejection by Smith.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
It's been a tough go for him. Just an uncontainable game for Thompson. He's got 8 points and the 1 steal.
For Cleveland, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Kufis checked in for Olynyk. Horford comes in for Paul Millsap. Wilson Chandler's checked in for C.J. Miles. And Tabo Cephalosha subbed in for Teague. And then for Cleveland, Mirza Teletovic is checked in for LeBron. Reza comes in for Smith. And it's Jennings in for Irving. And so it's Atlanta with it. The 3 from Cephalosha, and he gets it to go. Cephalosha's got his second basket of the night.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Right side Jennings, back to Smith. Kicks it out to Ariza. Smith outside. And Smith gets double teamed. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Inside, here's Cephalosha, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
A moment here to see the numbers for Smith. First in scoring, first in rebounding, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. Cephalosha hits both of them. Cleveland controlling the game. Jennings kicks to Frye. Pass to Smith. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
This is a positive trend for him, especially here in the second half. Shooting just above 80% right now. And that's more than respectable. That's good free throw shooting.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Cephalosha kicks it over to Schroeder. Doubled by Smith, and the foul called on Freak. That's his third foul of the game. Cleveland on defense. Here's Koufos. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Koufos has got 8 points.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done. Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Cephalosha with it. Now Smith defending. Now Cephalosha. He's got 8. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And that's now 6 points for Al Horford. Jennings dishes to Smith. For the 3. Rebounded by the Hawks.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Koufos takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Koufos has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Smith for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Koufos has got 4 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Off target with his 3.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
And here's Schroeder. 1:41 left in the third quarter. He kicks to Koufos. To the paint, 6 on the shot clock, and that one's good. Schroeder's got his second basket of the game.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
And here's Cephalosha for 3, and he gets the bucket. Cephalosha's got 11 points.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Ariza with the bucket.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Doubled by Smith. On the wing, Chandler. He feeds it to Koufos. From downtown, and that's good. Thabo Cephalosha for 3. Cephalosha's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Smith. Rebounded by Cephalosha. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Jennings with the double team. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
There's a good screen. Smith the pass to Fry. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Cavaliers on top, delivering the blowout. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided. Here's Rozier. Paul Millsap out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And it's Miles in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the Hawks 5.
Gotta be demoralizing. They desperately needed a stop, and instead they give up a triple on an open look.
Chandler, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Smith for three. They get it back, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Atlanta making some changes. Humphreys comes in for Olynyk, and Thabo Cephalosha subbed in for C.J. Myers. Smith against Chandler. Sticks another. Three more from Smith.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
Schroeder with the ball. Doubled by Smith. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Well, I tell you what, after turning the ball over so much in the first half, guys, he's really settled down nicely since and doesn't have any turnover since the break.
Atlanta making a switch here. Koufos is checked in. The drive by Thompson. Koufos grabs the miss. Koufos has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Cephalosha with it. Now Smith defending. Dishes to Koufos. Pass to Cephalosha. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Here's Chandler from 8. And the shot is long.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And it's Smith missing.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Doubled by Smith. Humphreys. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. That's good from Humphreys.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Hawks.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Schroeder kicks to Humphreys. And there's the pass to Schroeder. Picked by Humphreys. Down low. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. In the corner, Smith with it. Unloads. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Here's Schroeder. Kicks it to Cephalosha. This one for 3. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Smith outside. The 3 ball. That's good.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Poke loose. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. Oh!
Went to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its ear. I love it.
Yeah, this crowd is stunned.
That's as electric a finish as you're going to see.
Doubled by Smith. Humphreys kicks to Cephalosha. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Smith outside. Another 3 for Cleveland.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
And as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
And he gets it to go.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Cleveland controlling the game. Here's Rozier. He dishes it to Smith. Misses the 3. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Boston Celtics. Korver passes to Schroeder. Fires from 14. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Korver, no luck. Cavaliers shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Now here is Smith. Takes a three. Rebounded by Korver. Korver's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle. Here's Cephalosha. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Looking at the numbers for Thabo Cephalosha, he's got 19 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
Teague is checked in for the Hawks. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for the Cavaliers. Jennings comes in for J.R. Smith.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
The drive by Jennings for 3. Smith. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
That one goes. Count.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Smith. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Teague with the ball. Now Smith defending. Here's Cephalosha. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
To stop the run. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Smith with a screen on Korver. Smith on the wing. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, once again, you find yourself with a points and rebounds double-double. Is that something you've come to expect from yourself on a nightly basis?
I try my hardest not to put expectations on myself by using a sense of numbers. I mean, I can have a great game, but if I start demanding a double-double for myself each time out, and I start to stat watching, yeah, my game just takes a hit from me.
Your haymakers are no joke. We appreciate the time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
In terms of three-point shooting, this could be framed as a historic performance. Hitting that many three-point shots in a single game is borderline impossible. The pressure was off the rest of the guys offensively. They just had to worry about getting him the ball and setting screens. Then it was bombs away.
I don't know what got into him tonight. Whew. He caught the scoring bug and was just pouring it in the paint. That's the kind of offense he's capable of delivering when he sets his mind to it.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.